to another edition of Victoria's Island. We have some great locations for you to see, so don't go anywhere. First up, we're travelling back to Phillip Island for a much needed surf lesson. Phillip Island is about 90 minutes from Melbourne and it's probably the best known out of all the islands in our wonderful state. The weather's not so good. Well, we're here at the YCW beach and it's not the best day for sunbaking, but lucky we're here for surfing. I've got Ash here and he's going to teach me the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, we're going to get wet anyhow, so we may as well go out in the ocean and get wet. Okay, I guess we'll need some surfboards if we're going surfing.
I reckon.
And I guess some wetsuits considering this weather. So there's your surfboard.
Perfect, nice and long.
Grab your wetsuit, yeah, longer the better, good for learning. There's a wetsuit.
Thank you.
Wander over here, I'll grab mine. And we'll get changed in a moment. We'll probably do a bit of a safety talk over here because you can get a nice view of the beach. See what's going on.
It's got some great beaches for surfing in all kinds of weather conditions. It also has a variety of beaches to suit all levels of surfing, from the beginner to the world-class professional. Might need a
Want a hand with that zipper?
Yeah, please.
Tricky. Here we go.
Thank you. So how long have you been surfing for, mate?
I've been, surfing for on and off for 20 years and
Thank you.
teaching people to surf for about 7 years.
Yeah, great. Can't
Pretty good
wait
job.
to get
Yeah.
some of your experience. And what about, have you been a local, like did you grow up around here? Or?
I've lived here for about 20 years now, so most of my life, but
Yep.
yeah.
What beaches are normally the best around here to surf?
It really depends on your level of experience, and being an island, we're very fortunate to do a lot of beaches, so this would be one of the better learning beaches, YCW Beach. A little bit more experience, Cape Willamai, and then we've got some pretty challenging reef breaks if you've got even a bit more experience again.
Yeah,
but
no,
plenty
not,
of
not
waves.
today.
Not today, not while we're learning. No.
Shall we?
We shall. Let's get down there. Let's get going. It's alright. It's small at the moment. There'll be some waves when we eventually get out there.
Oh, so excited.
Is there sharks out there?
Hilarious.
They're highly
Up
attracted
you.
to blue. Okay, after me. I'll lead the way.
Some people are just born with natural talent, like Alicia Keys with her harmonious sounds, or Shane Warne simply as the world's best spin bowler. I have plenty of talents myself, but I'm afraid surfing is not necessarily one of them. Today I will probably embarrass myself in front of you, but we all know practice makes perfect, so I'll be doing plenty of that today. Phillip Island has so much to offer no matter what the season. Great curling waves and the sparkling clean water make surf culture a huge part of Phillip Island. If you're a beginner like me, then the Out There Outdoor Surf School is a great way to get started.
Okay, now before we head out in the surf, we want to make sure it's fun but also safe. So we'll go through a little bit of the safety, I guess. Now,
Yeah,
what do you
sounds
think
good.
could be dangerous?
Well, probably sharks.
Well, sharks are highly attracted to blue, so I'm safe. I think you get some blue in your
Oh,
wetsuit.
great.
Now, in all honesty, sharks, no big deal.
Yeah.
There's some other things, rocks, I
Rips.
suppose, and rips, and other people. They're the three dangers, really. And so I'll point out the rips to you before we go out and make sure we avoid those. Rocks, we make sure we're in a spot away from the rocks. And I'll point out some features on the beach to keep us away from the rocks.
Good idea.
And as far as other people, when you're catching a wave, just look around, not going to hit someone, then it's good to go. It should be right.
All right.
But we'll head down here. These are the waves coming into the beach, and we'll be surfing here, but all that water eventually has to move sideways into a rip. So the rips here go out towards the edges of the beach, out this way, and we just stay in the middle of the beach. And there's a few safety signals. Should you get in trouble, worst thing to do is panic, doesn't help. That board floats so much better than you, always stay with it. And if you really needed help, it's just a pistol above your hand. That looks like you're waving to someone, make sure it's a pistol, and I go, you're in trouble, I'll get out there and help you.
Wish me luck. Ash first gets me on the board to experience the sensation of gliding through the waves to help get my confidence levels up. Now it's time to try and stand up, and it's not probably going to be my first, second or even my third go, but like I said before, you have to practice. It's not too long before I stand up and the feeling's awesome. It makes me want to keep trying it again and again, and it's quite addictive really. I'm cold, I'm wet, and I'm feeling like giving up, but Ash said, hey, hang on, this wave's got your name on it. So I try one last time, and look at me, my folks would be so proud.
How'd you go, Lydia?
Oh my god, it was awesome fun. Good
Tired?
teacher.
Oh, I don't know about that, but you got the hang of it, so.
Not too embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I reckon you need to show us how it's really done.
Well, I'll give it a go. I don't know, I hope I don't embarrass myself too much.
You won't.
I'll get out there and give it a go.
Have fun.
Will do.
It's great to watch a pro like Ash. He makes it look so simple as he glides over the waves. I need a little bit more practice, I think, before I could even begin to look like a pro surfer. Well, as you can see, I've had a great time here surfing on Phillip Island, and thank you so much, Ash. You were a great teacher.
Well, you did a really good job. It was awesome teaching you. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you, and make sure you guys check it out for yourselves.
Coming up after the break, I visit one of Victoria's most picturesque farmers markets and we go shopping for some fresh, homegrown produce. Lovely, thank you very much. Cheers. It's a crisp Saturday morning, the sun is out, the air is fresh and the birds are chirping. And I'm here at one of the most picturesque farmers markets in Victoria. And today, we're going to learn how to bag yourself some of the best in homegrown produce. Churchill Island, just off the coast of Phillip Island, is connected by a small causeway and has been farmed since the 1850s. The island of only 57 hectares holds a farmers market on the fourth Sunday of the month and has over 50 stalls showcasing a wide range of local produce, including cheeses, organic fruit, vegetables, and many more. The basic idea behind a farmers market is to reconnect the people with the farmers who are producing the food. Now, these guys are the experts. They can tell you what's in season, what's not, when it's ripe, and what to look for. And best of all, you might even pick up a handy recipe or two. Just these ones, thanks. Kathy, how long have you been involved in the farmers markets?
My family's been involved for the past 15 years now.
Okay, what sort of produce have you got here for us today?
We have everything from cauliflower, cabbage, string beans, carrots.
I noticed your purple carrots. Now, I've never had a purple carrot before. What's the difference between these ones and the orange ones?
They taste very similar to the Dutch carrots, but they're very high in antioxidants. They're actually the original carrot.
What are these good for recipe-wise? Can I put them in a juice or something like that?
Juice them, we can roast them, they're eaten raw. They're pretty much the same as what you would use your Dutch carrots for, but they're very high in antioxidants, and that's why they're such a popular sell.
It seems a bit more like a social event coming to a farmer's market. What do you think is the big draw card that brings people in?
It is a family day out. There's a lot of fresh produce to choose from, and it's quite different than going to a supermarket.
Supermarket's a bit more like a chore. You've got to go to the supermarket, you've got to run your errands, pick everything up. This is
a relaxing day. It's, people stroll through the stalls and have the opportunity to just stand and look. It is a fun day.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good morning, how are you?
Morning.
Going.
This is my type of fruit. What have we got here?
Okay, so we've got sweet and sour licorice. We have our traditional licorices, and then there's the sweet flavours here, and then there's the sour, which is, I guess, more popular with the children, but a lot of adults like them as
I
well.
love sour.
So you love sour. Can we offer you a sample?
I'd love a sample. That'd be great.
What about sour watermelon?
Watermelon's good. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a big fan of berry, wild berry.
Berry? There's well, that's a sweet one, or we can pinch a little bit off there, especially for you if you like.
Just in case it shoots off the edge. Delicious. Oh wow, that's really nice.
They're very popular in Europe, but they're sort of just coming into Australia more now, so
I can see them taking off.
yes, yes. We'll actually give you a little bag if you like to take that with you and you share it around with the crew.
Oh, lovely. They will love that. They will love you guys. Oh, so good. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
I like your aprons too.
Yes.
Made's got a mother-in-law.
Oh, is it? Give her a plug. Good job, mother-in-law. What was her name?
Elsie.
Elsie.
Good with the sewing machine.
Love the aprons. Okay, now before I put this into my mouth, is it soap?
No, it's not soap.
It's not soap.
Pure beeswax.
Okay, and what is this used for?
You can use. I sell it as an ingredient, so you can buy it to make surfboard wax, car polish, floor polish. You can wax proof your tent to stop it leaking.
And if you get stuck in the bush, you can eat it.
It would probably last a while, wouldn't it?
It smells delicious.
Smells good. I wouldn't be eating it.
What are these here?
Honey straws.
Okay.
So good for keeping kids quiet.
Now I'm going to go out on a limb here. Your favourite
Yes.
colour is green.
Oh, really? What gave you that idea?
No, just joking. What do you got here?
This is all our lavender products that we make on our lavender farm, Serendipity. So
I can smell you a mile away.
I know,
in
it's
a good way.
amazing.
Yeah.
Real lavender, it makes a difference.
There's nothing I like better than a colour coordinated stall.
Thank you
So
very
let's go through a couple of your products here.
Well, our biggest sellers, and I often say if I didn't have these two products, I wouldn't have a business. And that's our arthritis and muscle rub just there, which is fantastic. Excellent for all those aches and pains and people with arthritis. So we get lots of positive feedback from our customers.
Terrific.
And our other big seller is our moisturiser cream, just up there.
Okay, this one here.
Yes, and also again we've been selling that for 16 years now, and people with skin problems, dry skin, very sensitive skin have a lot of success with that. Yes, and then we have a lot of culinary products just here. Our lavender lollies are very popular.
Lavender lollies?
Yes, they're fantastic. So they've got pure essential oil in them.
I've been eating so many lollies this morning. This has been great. Okay.
So I can give you a try of one if you like.
Oh,
Right.
I mean, I don't want to offend
Oh,
you,
no.
so yeah. Yeah, I'd love to try a lavender lolly.
Yeah.
Secret stash.
One out.
Oh, it's stuck together. You got a chisel? I got one. Eureka.
Lavender taste just
Like
comes
hard
out there.
candy boiled lollies made with lavender.
Yes, that's right.
Tick of approval. Farmers markets are a reasonably new concept. The first farmers market started in Victoria's Yarra Valley in 1998, with the primary aim of enabling farmers to sell their produce direct to the customer. What makes farmers markets so handy is that as a customer you're able to have an interactive experience, learning and in many cases seeing all the possibilities of how the diverse range of local produce can be prepared right before your eyes. Dyson, some people say you're the cheesiest man in the business. What do you got to say for yourself?
Show me the cheese, matey. Show me the cheese.
What do you got here?
Basically, we've got Berries Creek cheeses. We've got Berries Creek cheddar. It's a 3-year-old aged cheddar. We've got the Twilight Brie. It's a blue brie. The blue mould's on the outside with a really yummy French brie sort of type cheese on the inside. And the Taiwan Blue in particular is a Brazilian Australian cheese that won a gold medal at the World Cheese Awards in Spain last year and the US. It's won a gold medal in every state. It's organic and it's orgasmic as well.
Oh, definitely orgasmic. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Very well. What have we got here today?
Yeah, we've got organic olive oil and olives from our olive grove in Dimbula, just after Horsham there, opposite the Wimmera River.
Family business.
Family business since 1945, so it's one of the old groves.
Very much so, very much so. Passed down through the generations.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to have a little sample. Which one should I try first?
Try that one there first.
This one here. Lemon, garlic, bay leaf and oregano.
In the extra virgin olive oil. That's it. Now the Kalamata variety. So it's my mother's recipe, so that bit's not negotiable. So whatever she says goes.
What's the process for making these though?
That it's a 10-week process. So it's a brine solution. So 1 part salt, 4 parts water. Change the water every day until the bitterness goes, and then in clear water, then in olive oil.
And you soak them for 10 weeks?
10 weeks.
Well, it's 10 weeks of goodness because it's absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
Well, I've got all my goodies and some handy recipes to take with me. Now it's off to find somebody who can cook them all for me.
Coming up next, we're back on French Island, and this time we stop off at the Chicory Kiln for afternoon Devonshire tea. We're back on French Island, Phillip Island's larger sister. Access is by ferry only, which you can catch from Stony Point near Hastings. The ferry takes about 12 minutes to Tankerton. Living on French Island with a total of only 90 people means most of the locals wear different career hats, just like my new friend Lois Ayres, who has kindly offered to show me around the island.
All day long. It's a beautiful summer.
Go Canada. I aspire with my something. Why?
Why? Yellow. Yellowness over there.
Yellowness.
Yellow sign.
Yeah.
Should have been
Is that it?
Yellow sign.
Someone's played this a few times, obviously, too, Craig.
We've arrived at the Chicory Kiln for Devonshire afternoon tea.
Oh, yeah. Great. Awesome.
The Chicory Kiln is now a popular tourist destination because much of the premises are as they were back in the early 1900s. It's like stepping back in time on a working farm. Complete with animals, wildlife, artefacts and the memories of a working chicory kiln, which provided a much needed income and industry to this isolated island. The buildings and kiln have been well preserved and provide an educational insight into our recent history. Chicory was the boom industry here on French Island until instant coffee was actually introduced in the 1960s. Now it looks a bit like a parsnip or a carrot, and once it's actually processed, it can become a tasty and an affordable alternative to coffee. So Lois, explain a little bit about the history of the Chicory Kiln.
First, the earth section here behind us was started 1896, the year to do that building of it, and then the rest has been built in 3 stages after that time, including my grandparents and one aunt and uncle. When
did your family own it? And apparently there was a break in between the family running the business?
We bought here in 1983, but I was raised on the island as a youngster.
So Lois, explain to us how the chicory was processed here.
It was washed in the concrete washing trough over here, and with the motor working, coming up the elevator behind us, through to the slicing machine, and then onto a wire mesh floor where the rising heat to dry the plant out.
And roughly how long does the process actually take?
For drying it, between 24 and 36 hours, depending on how hot you had the fire.
What happens next?
It was put into hessian bags and then sent into the chicory marketing board, a bit like the grain elevator board.
What are some of these products here that it was used for?
Chicory was added into that one that you have, and these other two here, and also some types of herbal teas that have chicory in.
So iced coffee mix, so they're mainly coffee blends, yeah?
Yes, they all have coffee with them.
And what are the benefits of the chicory?
It is a health benefit to have chicory in, and when we see the darker colour, that comes from the dried chicory, even though it was white when it was like that parsnip or carrot plant.
After picking, the chicory roots were sliced and baked in the kilns, then ground into a fine powder. From this was made a slightly bitter tasting caramelised essence, which was added to coffee or, as mentioned earlier, used as a less expensive substitute. On top of this comes an endless list of health benefits. It can help to alleviate worms, gout, gallstones, gastro, sinus problems, cuts and even bruises. It is also believed it can assist in weight loss, constipation and general health. There are farm animals here to entertain the kiddies while the parents can absorb some interesting history. The tours depart from Stony Point at midday and returns at 4:45 p.m. The tours can accommodate for groups of 8 or more, transporting parties to areas of interest or simply just to some bushwalking sites on the island.
This pair of striated partalutes are building a nest ready for the breeding season. The male is brightly coloured with the female a little duller. The birds nest in natural hollows in trees, suitable holes or cracks in buildings and construct a nest of grass and fine bark at the end of the hollow. Both male and female contribute to nest construction, incubating and feeding the usually 3 to 4 young. Spread around the kiln are many items used in the time and provide lots of guessing games as to what was this used for. Lois also informs her visitors as to how the kiln worked and how it fitted in with the local community. Along with original plane parts in the yard, there is information about plane crashes in the area during the Second World War.
Devonshire tea is included with the tours here at the Chicory Kiln, and Lois has got some beautiful ones for me. Thank you. How are they?
Awesome.
Awesome. Can't wait till it's gone. Hey, hands up! Come on! Come on!
Well, that's all we have time for this week. If you're after any information on anything from today's show, please check out our website at victoriasislands.tv. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next week for more of Victoria's Islands.